Guys, we had record storm surge in Florida from the Hurricane Helene. Now, to a lot of people, it's over with, but you've got millions of people without power in Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, get up above that, 500,000 people. And we've got tornado warnings on the ground. So the storm is a long way from over for folks north of us. You can see 3 tornado warnings. This is Wilmington. This is Lumberton, Fayetteville, Wadesboro, Raleigh, Durham right there. Let's see, you've got Lexington here and Greensboro right there. So you've got tornadoes all along the bands that are pulling in behind the storm, which is up and to our left. These green areas are flash flood warnings. But again, people in Florida are shocked.
First, you got those that's in Florida, North Carolina, Georgia, and any of those other cities or states, Israel, that's near Florida, that's dealing with this Hurricane Helene, the name that they gave it. Anyway, these green areas, like he said, is where they're having the floods. And these, I guess the areas here is where the hurricane's making its way or have made its way into these states, Israel. But like I said, it's only going to get worse, because as soon as they free themselves and this passes, then they have another one right behind it. This Hurricane Helene, they have another one. I mean, and this is the worst that I've seen, Israel. A hurricane, tornadoes, flash floods, strong wind, and people are dealing with no power. No power. Like Dubai. Like California, dealing with the forest fire. The fire that they can't control, that they can't put out or contain. Now you got this Hurricane Helene. It's not good.
The storm came ashore. It broke the storm surge record by 3 feet. And that place has been hit hard many times. But when you get a 3-foot storm surge, a 3-foot rise in record storm surges, it tells you how powerful the storm was then and is now. But guys, in the Carolinas, in Georgia, pay very close attention to it. The one reason I'm putting this out here, the main reason, is because of the power outages up north of us in the Carolinas, Georgia's, right? So if you've got friends or family there, you call and check on them now. Make sure they are aware of the situation. Make sure they're okay and it's not over. Tornado hits any little section that you see, it is 10 times as devastating as a hurricane, especially ashore. Now, if you're in those areas, just stop the video right now, take cover, or if you're not and you've got friends in that area, stop the video and call them, check on it, okay? But you've got, let's see, Florida, you have 1,100,000 out. Georgia, you've got 1,069,000 out. South Carolina, you've got 1,384,000 out. North Carolina, you're approaching this very quickly, 704,127 out.
That's a lot of people in those states that don't have power, Israel. And I'm quite sure these people were unaware, caught them by surprise. They had this hurricane hit their states, in their cities. This was caught by surprise, and these people were unaware and not prepared for this hurricane that took place over the last couple of days, a week. Florida hit them hard. It hit them the worst. They're still trying to pick up from when Hurricane Helene hit them. Still trying to recover. So imagine the states that this hurricane hadn't hit yet. It was getting ready to.
Tennessee, you got 66,000. Kentucky, 20,000. And Virginia, you've got 58,000. These numbers are going up fast. It wasn't very long ago when I looked at North Carolina, and you were still about 500,000. So things are going up very quickly. People are trying to call in. The power crews are working where they can. Of course, in these tornadoes and all, they've got to wait till that passes. So it's very important. Now, let's look at Florida for a moment. And you can see where the damage was done. We've got people out still down in Collier County, 13,000 moved through here. You've got 13,000 in Lee County. You've got 10,000 in Charlotte. Just think about, like I said in the video last night, millions will be affected. You've got Sarasota County, 308,000, or 46,000. Manatee County, 36. Pinellas County, you've got 232,000 people out. Hillsborough, 49. It just gets worse as you go up. Pasco, you've got 53,000. You've got Hernando County, 16,000. Citrus, 29,000. Levi County, or Levy County, 21,429. Dixie County, 10,000, 52. In Taylor County, 13,997. You can see where it's at all along the beaches here, 8,729 in Jefferson County. Wakulla County, 15,000. Franklin County, 11. And here in Gulf County, you've got 16,333. That doesn't mean there's not power outages in other places, but we're just highlighting. Of course, this is where the storm pulled through, and you're seeing all of this now through Georgia and the Carolinas and further north. Now, don't forget, you still have tropical storm warnings out for many of these places. Here's tracking it from yesterday, right through Florida, through central Georgia. And it didn't do that curve back like it was, guys. But now it's starting to, but it went 200 or 300 miles further north before it started it. And it stayed close to the ocean. That kept 1 foot in the water over the Gulf Stream itself. And still, that's where you're getting the tornadoes. We talk about it every hurricane. These tail ends, right there and here. As the daylight comes in, you'll see a little clear picture. There's where your tornadoes are going to come in. And as long as this thing is skating close to water, it has enough outreach behind it to pull winds in. You're going to continue this throughout the day. Very large area. Look at this. One more time, go through it, and you still see that. Almost wants to reform right here as the sun's rising. Check that out. And if you've got weather.gov on your computer or on your phone, it will bring you to this page, and you can click on any area. You see the red one, dots here. That's North Carolina with the tornado warnings. Tornado watches are up all through here. See that? Even offshore. You got special marine warnings and high.
See, that's what I'm talking about, Israel. We still have more tornado warnings. Tornado watches to look out for, but at least these people have time to prepare and get themselves together and get the things that they need. I really hate that these other people in these other states that had dealt with Hurricane Harleen, whatever you pronounce it, didn't get an opportunity to prepare themselves for this hurricane that's even going to get worse. It's going to get worse before it gets better, especially if they have a hand in it. And I believe that they do. I believe every time they turn their machines on, we know what machines, we don't have to say it because we know what type of machines they have, cause this type of problem. I really hate that. Because there's too many people in these different states, Israel, that have no power. Have no power. And you don't know how long it's going to take for these people to recover and get their power back. It's really sad. But this hurricane do not seem to be letting up. It's getting stronger and steady hitting different states. Like I said before, once this one passed, here's another one coming. Another one that our people have to deal with. Israel.
Surf warnings offshore. You got tropical storm warnings in this maroon area. So you name it, you got it. You got excessive heat for our friends in Southern California and Arizona here. Guys, I'm going to keep it short again. If you're anywhere in this tornado watch area, this is the important part now. There's flood rescues going on. Power companies are going to be trying to come into Florida as the storm moves through, start getting some power.
I really hope these people get their power back. In the states that he had named, I'm hoping that they get their power back on and recover from this hurricane. And we have to pray for Israel, that the power get restored and that Hurricane Harleen doesn't cause any more damage.
We're back up, but right now we have millions out. Check on your friends and family. Anywhere in the nation, in this area, they could be in trouble. We're watching it. You watch it. It's a heads up. Be safe.
Much love, Israel.